Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It is your favorite baby girl Wit, and in today's video I am finally doing my Boadicea collection video, guys. You people should be clapping for me. Finally, I'm getting it done. Pray for me, okay? Because I think these longer videos, I kind of just run away and don't want to discuss it, but I had to bring them all here just so that it stays within frame, because sometimes you guys cannot see the bottom. So you guys, I don't want to be picking from the bottom. But anyway, before we get into this video, please comment down below if you have any Boadicea fragrances. What are your favorites? What are your favorites? Which one is your most favorite? Which is the one you get the most compliments on? Let me know. I'm not doing this in any random order. I can't. Because if I was going to do that, I should have organized that before we got here. But anyway, we didn't do that. So let's get into it. They all have their own, I would say, like specific thing on them. This one is Valiant, whichever one. I actually bought this on a flight from Dubai. It was actually in the Emirates catalog, so I purchased it. This thing smells like money. If I just have to be real, it smells like money. It smells mad good. Every single time I wear this, I do get a lot of compliments on it. And the bottle is definitely like 10 over 10. So I just want to show you guys that all of the bottles, whether big, small, whatever the case is, they look like this. So this is the bottle overview. I might as well just talk about this one since we're already holding it. I feel like if I had to suggest something from the house for a man, it would definitely be this. I feel like it's not too masculine, but I feel like a man would really smell like so good in this, in a tux. I feel like that's nice. I'm going to share some of the notes with you guys. Some of the notes in this fragrance is violet, cherry, orange, ylang ylang, tonka bean, vanilla. I don't think I get any cherry in this fragrance. I definitely get the orange. I feel like you have to test this out. First of all, the price tag alone on this shorty, I definitely think you should be testing this out. This should not be something that you're just blind buying. Except you are already quite familiar with the House of Boadicea and you kind of know their DNA, because I must say they do have a DNA. I feel like there's a scheme throughout all of them. Of course, others are more of my favorites than others, but of course, that's how I definitely feel about this one. I had brought Empire onto the channel like umpteen years ago, and it was from then that I said I was going to bring my Boadiceas onto the channel. But Jesus, Empire is gorgeous. For me, Empire is very, very bossy. It's very, very bossy. Some of the notes in here are raspberry, peach, rose, amber, musk. I get jasmine, rose, and the musk. Not even the WIGS, okay? That's definitely what I get with this fragrance. I feel like Empire is a compliment getter. I know with the rose and the peach, I still think it's unisex. All of these fragrances to me are definitely, well, let me not say all of them. Most of their fragrances to me are definitely that borderline unisex. Reading the notes, I thought it was going to smell a little bit more feminine than it does, but I ain't gonna lie, I love this. I love this. And if you guys really want like the in-depth, I'm gonna make sure I leave Empire's video down below. The next one, Regal. Regal is more masculine, so when I wear more of the ones that are more masculine, I tend to put them in my layering combos. So these are perfect for my. The notes say fruity notes, green notes, rose, violet, saffron, amber, sandalwood. I feel like my only con in this is that violet. I feel some type of way about violet, and I definitely smell it, but I feel like it rounds out. I can't put everything on my body, right? I feel like it rounds out, and I like the sandalwood in here. And I never really like smell sandalwood really. Like, I don't know if my nose picks out sandalwood, but I like the way it rounds out. This one to me, I feel smells most similar to Clive Christian. It like, when I say similar to Clive Christian, I mean like the makeup of how like 1872 is for men. I would say that's like, if you like 1872 for men from Clive Christian, you would definitely like Regal. It's Regal. It's green. It's earthy. It's that kind of vibe. It's definitely like an outdoors kind of fragrance. If you have like if you're running errands, if you're somebody that hikes, if you're somebody that takes runs, I think Regal is good. Empowered is a super amber fragrance. It's extremely amber. It's musky. This would just be categorized as a woody fragrance. So if you're into woods, I would say Empowered is perfect. The notes in here are jasmine, amber, musk, and incense. And it's definitely incense heavy. Exactly what it says. I think this one is blended to perfection. I think the 4 notes in this makes this really not complicated. It's either you like woods or you don't like woods. It's either you're into amber or you're not into amber. In regards to jasmine, I don't really smell the jasmine in there like that. So I don't really think that's something that y'all got to worry about. But if you are amber, if you're into an amber fragrance and you are extremely into like incense and woods, I say this is a go. It lasts forever on the skin. OMG. It lasts for a really, really long time. The next one is Rebellious. This is rose heavy, but this is fun rose heavy. So in here, there's rose, there's cinnamon, there's saffron, there's musk, there's patchouli. I definitely just get the rose and the cinnamon. The cinnamon takes it really sweet. Like the cinnamon in here is amazing. I remember when I got this, when I started trying to just try fragrances that had cinnamon in it, because I really loved how the cinnamon and the saffron mix. So this is one of those sweeter offerings. I think this is so good in a crowd. Like saffron to begin with is already really, really amazing. But I would still suggest this to be like ambery and woodsy. That suede in here kind of still takes it to that like ambery, woodsy kind of thing. The suede just kind of like rounds it up. Guys, I gotta be so real. When I wear Rebellious, I mix it with Oud Satin Mood. If you just so happen to have it, put it together and try it. If you can get samples and just try them out, then let me know what you think. But dang, I really like it. Rebellious. The next one is Chariot. Chariot is more fun. Chariot, I can actually smell the cherry in here. First blast, you get the citrus, you get bergamot, you definitely get the cherry. The cherry does not last for as long as I would love it to last in this fragrance. It's definitely just like the opener and it kind of just goes away. Roses in this fragrance. Some of the notes, just to be clear, are neroli, saffron, musk, sandalwood, patchouli, bergamot, rose, vanilla, jasmine. It's really loaded. It's blended really well. I think this is another one that's more in that greenery lane. It's really, really green while still having that element of like citrus because of the lemon. But as it just dries down, it just is woodsy. It's definitely a woody fragrance. The next one is Azrak. Love Azrak. Guys, I love Azrak. It's so zingy. Has lemon in here, pineapple, jasmine, rose, violet, saffron. I don't smell the violet in here, so I'm not pissed. I'm not irritated. My stomach doesn't hurt. I like it. There's oud in here. There's musk. This is a fragrance with a lot of depth. Okay, this house is very, very royal. I can tell you that much. It doesn't smell like the typical things that you smell on a daily. When they say niche, I definitely think niche. Like the word niche is definitely used in the house of Boadicea. It's citrusy. It's citrusy, woodsy, because there is oud in the base. It's not like a super thick oud. It's not a syrupy oud. It's a calm oud with those beautiful citrus notes of the lemon, the pineapple, and definitely some rose in here. You do not smell an old grandma rose. I can say that much. But it's nice. Really nice. Ardent. I knew it because Ardent's dent is serious. I definitely knew it was Ardent. Ardent is for nighttime. But this has rose. It has patchouli. It has saffron. It's said to have like oud, beeswax. For me, it's just oud, rose, and some musk. Like literally, that's all I get. Oud, rose, and some musk. If you are on the hunt for just like not a complicated, just fresh feeling, like a florally fresh oud, I would say Ardent. Yes, Ardent. Back to Paradise initially kind of gives me like hairspray vibes. The notes in here are bergamot, pineapple, jasmine, rose, violet, ylang ylang, honey. When you first spray it, it's definitely like hairspray. That bergamot is leaning more so on that way, I feel. The jasmine, it's in there. A swag is mostly the violet and ylang ylang for me. And I don't really get the honey. I don't get anything like super syrupy in this one at all, but it's there. It's nice. Back to Paradise. This is an older one. This is like Back to Paradise is like 2015. This is definitely an older one, but it has something like youthful that kind of gives me like shampoo, hairspray type of thing. A little bit in a way like, not to be disrespectful, but like Play-Doh, but not like a bad smell of Play-Doh, but just like that kind of hairspray, Play-Doh, those kind of things. That's the way it smells. Rouge Temptation. You guys know this is my number one. Oh no, I'm lying. I think Nebulous is my number one. And I don't currently have that anymore. That bottle's all finished. Rouge Temptation will always have my heart. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about Rouge Temptation. Rouge Temptation is like listed as a floral, but in a way it's just super sweet. It's like gourmand. It like makes my mouth water. The fragrance notes listed are jasmine, rose, vanilla, amber, and musk. It's blended so well that I would have sworn there were sweet notes in here. I would have sworn there were like something fruity and edible and something like that in this fragrance. But it's just a pure perfume. Christian, as usual, my favorite perfumer. He did his thing with this one. Like, I absolutely love this fragrance. This is like literally number one for what I have in my collection. Nebulous, which is like the purest oud you can ever think of. That is my top one. I just don't have it here. I don't have it anymore. So that's why I have to say that Rouge Temptation is like 10 over 10. I don't smell the rose. I just get floral accords and just sweetness. I know there's amber in there, but it's not even too syrupy. It's just floral accords with sweetness. I think man, woman, whatever, everybody would love that, in my opinion. Like, it smells so good. I get so many compliments. I actually had this girl run me down and be like, you smell so amazing. I want to know what you're wearing. Pop-up shop. We were at a pop-up shop and she ran me down. She was like, girl, you smell good. And I'm like, baby, Rouge Temptation. And I don't usually wear one, you know. I usually always mix, but Rouge Temptation is a fragrance that I don't even care to put other things. Rouge Temptation just shines, does what it needs to do. I don't need to be adding, and it does what it needs to do. Nemer is an ambery. Okay, so I like Grand Soir and Nemer together. This fragrance has rose, amber, oud, and patchouli. For me, it's definitely really patchouli heavy and really ambery. It's another one that has like a really good dent, in my opinion. I've used quite a number of this. I think this is like my second bottle. During COVID, I can definitely say I was heavy into ouds. Now I'm just like lighter and happier. So when I do still wear these fragrances, I just really make sure that I sweeten it up. The next one that I have to say in my collection is the second best. Is Amethyst. I love this one. I think I've talked about Amethyst a whole lot on the channel, so I'm not even gonna bore you guys. What Amethyst is, she signs checks. She's that girl. There's cinnamon in here. I love the way Boadicea the Victorious uses cinnamon. I love the way they use the cinnamon note. It always makes it sweet without being sickening sweet or being overly sweet or being like childish sweet. It still just makes it really sophisticated. So there is leather in here, amber, pepper, vanilla. Like I said, it's really just that little bit of vanilla, that cinnamon, and just the leather. It works so well in here. I love this fragrance, man or guy. It's just Amethyst. We're up to the last one. Angelic is sandalwood. There is patchouli. There's sage. There's amber. There's cedarwood. Guys, this one to me seems like there's oud in here, but it's not. It's very, very sweet. I think this kind of smells like rose sweet ouds, even though there's sage and the notes don't seem like what I'm describing. But to me, when I smell it or what appears on my skin, is as though it is like a sweet oud. Some vetiver in there, and they label it to be citrus. I don't necessarily get any citrus notes. I don't know how that can be labeled to be citrus at all, because I don't get citrus notes from that fragrance. Then the little guys that I have here, Harmonious, which I really love this one. I do this one on vacation a whole lot. It is rose, amber, musk, saffron, suede. It's really, really loaded, but it's more florally. So if you're into florals, I would say this one. And then We have Envious. Envious is more on the citrus. They have mandarin, orange blossom, tuberose. Yeah, this one is so exciting. This one is such a morning one, and this is Envious. It's like musky, ylang, jasmine. It just works. I like it a lot. That is my Boadicea collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Until my next one, please make sure you leave comments on which ones you guys have. Bye, guys.